What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, bringing you an update from the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We have more information on the new PvP game mode, Pirate Festival. And we are also going to be having, surprise, surprise, a sugo-fest where you can get Pirate Festival boosted units. And of course, this is going to be the main prize of Pirate Festival. It's going to be a limited reward ace. Now, this ace, I'm sure many people are worried if it's going to be difficult to obtain, but it does not seem like it's going to be too difficult to actually get him. However, max limit breaking him might be a different story. So let's go into this. We're currently on the OPTC subreddit. If you don't know, the link is in the description down below. This is the best place, the premium place to come and get your information for One Piece Treasure Cruise, whether you play global or Japan. But let's begin. So Pirate Festival sugo-fest is going to begin from the 27th of April till the 9th of May, and I believe after that sugo-fest we're probably going to be having the anniversary, I believe around the 12th or the 13th, one of those dates, something like that. But we are going to be getting Aokiji V3. This is the one that's already released on global, the one which has a color affinity boost and orb boost for strength, dex, and quick units. So it's just that Aokiji. However, this Aokiji will actually be very good for PvP, and I'll get into that in a moment. Now, Aokiji can be summoned in multiple other future sugo-fests. However, these three units, Jozu, Neko Mamashi, and Otama, which we don't have images for yet, will only be summonable in the Pirate Festival sugo-fest. So it's going to be very much like limited rare recruit banners or Kizuna Kessen banners, where those specific rare recruits are tied to those sugo-fests. Now, obviously, the first thing people are going to be worried about is how difficult are they to obtain. But the 1st, 4th, and 7th multis will guarantee you a Pirate Festival exclusive rare recruit as a +1. Now, I'm going to guess this is not going to be a discounted multi for the first one, because if it is, 30 gems and then you're guaranteed to get one of these units is pretty insane. I don't think that's going to be the case. It's going to be 50 gems, so it's going to be a pretty hefty cost. But if you do get one of the rare recruits, there's a pretty strong chance that you're going to be head and shoulders above a bunch of other casual or more so lean back players in the game. Now, otherwise, the sugo-fest is still the traditional 1, 2, 3, 3rd multi guaranteed legend, 4th bonus, 5th nothing, 6th guaranteed legend, etc, etc, etc. And then 30th multi is going to be the guaranteed Aokiji. And hopefully no one does that, because again, we are going to be having the incoming anniversary sugo-fest for 6 years on Japan. And then on top of that, Aokiji is definitely, he's a top tier legend, but he's definitely not one that's worth 30 multis. The only one that has been worth 30 multis, in my opinion, has been that Shanks crew legend, because that legend is absolutely busted. And yeah, that's the only one that I would say is, I mean, no legend is really worth 30 multis, but at the end of the day, you're getting 30 multis worth of pulls as well as the guaranteed legend. So that's how you should be looking at it, and that's how I would also look at the first multi here, is that for 50 gems, you are guaranteed to get one new unit, and at the same time, you are also 10 other chances to get other units. But again, if you have every single rare recruit in the game, this kind of sugo-fest is a big oof. So for me, this is kind of a big oof. Rated up units are, you know, nothing too special. Aokiji V3, Mihawk Perona, Onami, Bullet, Jack, Vivi, and Rebecca. Of these units here, the best ones that you can get are Douglas Bullet, Jack, and Vivi and Rebecca. And Jack is really situational. Mihawk, Perona, Onami are both conditional boosters, which can't really be used that often anyway. And Aokiji is also a fantastic legend, but outside of that, it's kind of like meh. There are rare recruits here, which are... oh, these are the, I believe, Kizuna Kessen. Or are these limited rare recruits? Am I being confused here? So we have Pirate Festival rare recruit Otama, Pirate Festival rare recruit Jozu, Pirate Festival rare recruit Neko Mamashi, which are all new. Then we also have Stampede Crocodile, which I believe was a limited rare recruit from the ranking event. Unless I'm confusing this crocodile with another crocodile. That is a little bit interesting. But then we also have Usahachi, Stampede Chopper, Karasu, la 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 la. And nothing is limited there. But Stampede Crocodile, I must be confusing this with someone else, or this must be a mistranslation, because I don't understand why Stampede Crocodile is here and not Stampede Buggy. But either way, I have the Stampede Crocodile, so whatever. Pirate Festival, phases and seasons. Now this is how the new game mode is going to be functioning. There'll be 3 preliminary phases and one final exhibition phase. And as I mentioned in yesterday's video, the finals and exhibition phases are different. So the finals where you get the better rewards, exhibition is like the losers bracket, but you're still going to get rewards as well. You can qualify for the finals if you achieve rank 7,000 or above in at least one of these 3 preliminary phases. So each of these phases are going to be lasting, I believe, a week. So preliminary A, B, and C, as you can see the dates here, they all last for 1 week or just under 1 week. And then you have the finals and exhibition phase for the final week. So you've got 3 weeks to build up into the top 7,000 on any of A, B, or C. And as long as you rank in the top 7,000 of any of them, you'll be entered into the winners, or you'll be entered into the winners bracket. If you don't make it into the top 7,000, then you'll be put into the losers bracket. Now, again, 7,000 doesn't seem like much, but if you have been playing Blitz battles and you're not someone that's super casual, Blitz battles top 7,000 actually is not that difficult to obtain if we are scaling it off Blitz battles alone. Now that is something that's still up in the air. We don't know how difficult this is going to be, but if we're going off stuff like Blitz battles or even treasure map mode, the top 7,000 is not something that's absolutely absurd to obtain. Although in New World, top 7,000 is you know, it's an iffy area. It's an iffy area. But special rules and trusty characters. Each phase will have special rules, and certain characters will be boosted under these special rules. Now, some people are already freaking out and assuming this just means the limited units. What I think this means is like, maybe like 1 round will have driven units really boosted, or 1 round will have free spirit units really boosted, or 1 round will have attacker units really boosted, or support units really boosted. And of course, then you will have the boosted characters who also give their own bonus as well. And each season trusty characters will reduce your formation cost. So these new rare recruits will probably make it so you can fit more higher power level legends or units into your team. As we saw from yesterday's screenshots, the Driven team had a bunch of synergy, and their power level was way above like the Luffy Law team and then just a random ass Straw Hats team. Rewards. There will be 2 types of rewards, challenge and ranking rewards. Challenge rewards will be based on the number of participation matches and the amounts of victories you have achieved. There will be ranking rewards for each phase. There will be 3 different grades, which are titles based on your rankings. So titles, not really a big deal. Ranking rewards will be distributed the day after each phase after 12 PM lunchtime, Japan time, and the deadline for the rewards will be 30 days. So just by playing the game mode, you're going to be getting some rewards. And of course, depending on where you rank, it's very much like treasure map mode. You're going to be getting rewards as well. But remember, you only have to run this 3 times every day. And I'm assuming every match will be like less than 1 or 2 minutes long. So not that much time out of your day. Pirate Festival characters. You can get the new Ace after participating in 5 matches, and you don't even need to win these matches, which is nice. Ace will also have exclusive limit break materials, and you can get those limit break materials after participating in 20 matches and getting 20 victories in any matches. So after you've won or lost 20 matches, after that you have a total of 21 matches every single week with 7 days, or if it's 7 days a week, you have 3 matches, so 21 matches every week. And then in total, what is that? You have like, what, 63 matches in the month for the preliminary stages. And I'm assuming for the finals and also the whether you're in the winners or losers bracket, this will count as well. So in essence, there's what, like 84 chances to win, and you only need 20 out of 84 wins. If that's the case, that's pretty good as well. Even if it's 20 out of 63 wins, that in my opinion is still very generous. It's just under a third, so I do think that is quite generous. Aokiji V3 PvP information. So this Aokiji legend is going to be also very good for PvP. And he will deal 1.4 times attack of wide area damage to the enemy. If the enemies have their specials charged, 70% chance of inflicting 6 seconds of special bind. Ability 1, Strength Dex Quick Unit Speed boosted for 15 seconds at level 5. Ability 2, Strength Dex Quick Unit Speed boosted for the battle at level 2. The abilities stack. 50% chance to resist special bind, and there are no captains or friend captain effects in Pirate Festival. Now what this looks like for me is quite similar to other PvPs that I have seen in gacha games. And speed is typically always the #1 go-to stat, because you want to go first, you want to charge up your specials ASAP, and speed is always the premium stat to get boosted. So this looks like already a very, very powerful unit. That's just my speculation. And I do think that is going to be pretty big. Now, as you can see here, there's a level 5 and a level 2. And what I'm assuming this means, and I really hope this isn't the case, because this is really going to trigger me, is that you can skill these up to a maximum of level 5 and level 2 with your dupes. And if that's the case, I've taken an astronomical L, because I have recently fed a bunch of legend dupes for, you know, just limit break and support abilities, because I was impatient. And if that is the case, and I'm very, very confident this is the case, duplicates are going to be used to skill up your PvP skill ups as well. Now, there's obviously a silver lining to this, is like really old legend dupes, or if you've been hoarding any dupes and all the dupes you pulled now have a crap ton of value. They have limit break value, skill up value, support value, and also PvP skill up value. If this really is the case, and you've been hoarding your legends and your legend dupes and not really shopping them, you have taken an astronomical W, because some units are going to have some insane special abilities for PvP. Like, looking at this, it's like 15 seconds of speed. I really don't even know how to quantify that, but just by looking at it, I think that's already insanely good, because I see the word speed every single gacha game I played that has the speed stat in it. Speed is the absolute most important stat in those games, because it means you just go first. If you go first, typically you win. You apply all your debuffs, you set up all your buffs before the enemy, and you just clap them. You're just overpowered compared to the enemy. So yeah, that looks absurd. And if it's by 5 seconds, it would also make sense that they have 3-second intervals. So 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. And there's probably going to be special items as well that will let you skill up your PvP skills as well. It's like that in every other gacha game PvP that I have played, which is like this. Like Summoner's War is like that. I think Azure Lane is like that. And then of course Jump Ori Collection, which I've talked about before, is like that as well. Bleach Ray Souls is not like this. I'm not 100% sure how it worked in Naruto Blazing, but if anyone has played Naruto Blazing, please do let me know if speed and stuff like this was a thing. And yeah, Strength Dex Quick Unit Speed boosted for the entire battle, which seems pretty good as well. That looks like a passive ability. Ooh, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that. That is pretty interesting. What I do like, though, is that a lot of legends will probably have their value increased as well. So I'm really hoping older legends and even newer legends that debut will also be really good in PvP, because I think that will give more incentive for people to pull. And it will also mean when you pull those legends, it just feels extra good, you know? Especially like some older legends, like for example, Shanks, he got a new Limit Break Plus, which makes him actually decent. Or like the new well, not new Marco, but 6+ Marco. Imagine if like those like kind of outdated legends got some decent PvP abilities. That would make me feel pretty good. That would make me feel pretty good. I'm sure a lot of free-to-play players will also feel good about that as well. It's like basically buffing your box up in a good way. Other than that, we have a few other pieces of news, which is going to be a new debuff in the game. I'm not too sure if I'm happy with this, but we're going to have a new debuff, which looks like this. A bunch of smoke. Poisonous fumes. This new debuff doesn't seem to allow you to press on the character, and that the only way to get it removed is to take one hit from the enemy. Now, if this is true, I don't like this. I do not like this. This seems like a really butt cheeks debuff, and because it's something like this, it's kind of like Despair or Special Silence, and it's directly on the character, and it's not a small indicator. It's not a debuff that Shirahoshi and Mancherry can remove either, which kind of sucks. And now Raid Kaido is going to have a Kai version and a normal version, so you can farm up a strength version and int version. They're literally identical other than the typing. It's very much like the CP9 units, although CP9 units had different captain abilities. This one is basically just a typing difference. The special is exactly the same. And yeah, I guess it's going to be called the Confusion debuff. And if we go back one more, we can actually find the... have I... what? Have I lost... what happened to my... what happened... yeah, what happened to my bar there? Anyway. Raid Kaido information. It's somewhere down here. That's the new debuff. There is a translation down here. He has a pretty interesting special. Kaido. Here we go. From Koala-san. God bless him. So in Kaido, this is the artwork. Gotta say it's quite nice. It's got nothing to do with the if you read manga only, by the way, guys, for Kaido versus Luffy, the anime is like a whole 1.5 episodes of fighting, whereas in the manga it was like what, 5 or 6 pages maximum, and it wasn't even a fight. It was like that and then that and then that and then end of fight. But they did like a whole movie kind of fight. So if you don't know where this artwork is coming from, it's from the anime. This didn't happen. I'm pretty sure this didn't happen in the manga, but this happened in the anime. Max stats, pretty decent stats. Goes over 2,000 attack with Candy. In-character attack boosted by 3 times, HP by 1.25 times, and then -2 CD at the start of the event, so -2 cooldown. Depending on number of enemies when the special is triggered, cut HP of all enemies accordingly, a minimum of 20% and a maximum of 40%. So the more enemies there are, the higher the damage cut. Change own orb and adjacent orbs to matching orbs, and for 2 turns, boost attack of in-characters by 2.25 times from the 12th combo hit onwards. So it's kind of like Invasion Linlin. But Invasion Linlin, in my opinion, is way better because a whole bunch of debuff removal. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He has an okay support, okay limit breaks, and his sailor abilities are okay as well. Keep his in orb when hitting a perfect with him. He himself can't be blown away. And then Strength Kaido is exactly the same stats other than HP and a tiny bit more attack. So the special is exactly the same though, other than the typing. Depending on the number of enemies when the special is triggered, blah 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 blah. 20% max minimum, 40% maximum. HP cut, change own orb and adjacent orbs to matching orbs. For 2 turns, boost attack of strength characters by 2.25 times from the 12th combo hit onward. Again, not a bad special, and yeah, pretty much the same stuff. You also have like these fodder characters as well, which are the pleasures. I don't think anyone really cares about unless you are a collector. And yeah, that is that, ladies and gentlemen. If you get a red ticket on this, I hate you, by the way. Clear raid Kaido with Luffy on the team. Any difficulty, you get 1 pull ticket and a Wano character guaranteed. This can be any of like the Wano Straw Hats or any of the Wano characters that have been in the rare recruit. That's a big bunch. But if you do get a legend on this, there's a good chance it's going to be Osoba Mask. It's going to be Luffy, Zoro, Onami, Komurasaki. Can't remember who else is from the Wano crew, but if you get one, please don't tell me, because it will make me very salty. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. That is a bunch of information. PvP, my thoughts are there. Once again, I'm skeptical, but I think I'm going to enjoy PvP regardless. I always like PvP in any kind of game. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions once again. Very polarizing opinions yesterday in yesterday's comment section. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.